I see a little bit of Josh Allen and Jaxson Dart. The kid can move, and the kid. I was watching some of the plays, and he kind of plays like Josh. He's a big dude. He can move with his legs quite a bit, and he's not afraid to lower his shoulder and just freaking rip over somebody, kind of like Josh Allen plays. I just don't know. I genuinely don't know. But I think that like I said, week 8 or 9 at the latest, I think Jaxson Dart rolls out if he doesn't already win the starting role in camp. Because for a few reasons. One, I do think he's better than Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston, and I think that will get showcased. But I think the other thing too is you kind of see this happen when coaches are on thin ice, where they're like, okay, let's do a quarterback change. That'll buy me a couple weeks and a little bit of grace. So perhaps that happens as well, alongside with the fact that you mentioned he is a rookie quarterback, right? So if they have to be going, you would hope that the front office is looking at this situation saying, we hit on Malik Nabers. We know we got that. If we hit on Jaxson Dart, and they got a defensive lineman at the very beginning of the draft as well, if the defensive lineman and the quarterback, those are like the two most important assets to an NFL team, because if you have a dominant defensive lineman, it changes the game for you from a defensive perspective. And if you hit on a quarterback, I really don't need to go into the details there. That's pretty obvious, right? So if you hit on both those, you really reset your franchise in a very favorable direction. And I think that you have to roll him out here to see, okay, do we have something in this guy? So I think halfway through the season at the latest, if not earlier, we see Jaxson Dart come out here. And I'm really, really interested to see. I know the kid's mobile, and you can make that same argument for Daniel Jones. I think he has a better arm than Daniel Jones. And I think if he's got a little bit better of a mentality than Daniel Jones from a play perspective, he could maybe do some damage, and this could be their guy moving forward. So I'm optimistic on this move, but I'm also kind of afraid that the Giants will move on from Brian Daboll, because much like you, I don't want him to go. I don't think he should go. I think that there have been a lot of poor decisions from that front office that have kind of contributed to a very unfavorable team that is the New York Giants.